We are continuing in Mesillas Hashem in the third chapter of Mesillas Yesharim. And the Ramchal writes as follows. He says, V'davar zeh hodi'unu chachamim zichron lebracha be'amram noach lo la'adam shalo nivra yoser mishenivra v'achshav mishenivra yifashvesh b'ma'asav v'ikeda amri yimashmish b'ma'asav. Remember again in yesterday's shiur, the Ramchal was pointing out to us the idea that the midah of zihirus, of awareness, contemplation, introspection, forethought, really comes at 2 points. There's what he called, well, first there's actional zihirus, but actional zihirus manifests itself in 2 ways. There's pre-actional zihirus and post-actional zihirus. The Ramchal now specifically referring to, well, the Ramchal explains that these concepts are alluded to in the beautiful Gemara, actually an overwhelming Gemara. The Gemara says it would have been better for a person to have never been created than to have been created. But now that a person has been created, yifashvesh b'ma'asav v'iked amri yimashmesh. So interestingly enough, the word yifashvesh, pishbush, literally means to examine. Yimashmesh literally means like to touch or to feel. So what does this mean? V'tira, sheshnei halashonos heim shtei azharos tovos umo'ilos ma'ot. Ki hine hapishbush b'ma'asim hu lachkor aklal ha'ma'asim hu lisbonin bo. Hanimtza bahem ma'asim asher lo ye'asu, asher inam ha'olchim al pi mitzvos Hashem v'chukav. Ki kol asher yimatzeh me'eli yefarim min ha'olam. So Ramchal says like this. When the Gemara says it would have been better for a person to have never been born, but now that you've been born, essentially make the most of your life. How do you make the most of your life? 2 different approaches. Yifashvesh b'ma'asav, yimashmish b'ma'asav. What does it mean, yifashvesh b'ma'asav? A person should be mafashvesh with their actions. So the Ramchal says over here he explains that what it means is as follows. To think about after one has acted, when I take an inventory of my actional behavior, and to look in that inventory, are there things that I'm doing that I should not be doing? Behaviors that I'm engaging in that I should just simply not be engaging in. That's what's called pishpush. So yifashvish b'ma'asav means take inventory of your actions and identify the things I need to stop doing. Achamishmush huach hakira fila b'ma'asim atovim atzmom lachkor v'liros hayesh be'inyanam eza p'niyah asher lo tova. This is actually very beautiful. The Ramchal says, so pishpush means a general actional inventory. Are there things that I'm doing that I should stop doing? Mishmush, on the other hand, means like this. Even things that I'm doing correctly, are there areas for improvement? In other words, even in my mitzvos, even in my ma'asim tov, my good deeds, even in the positive aspects of my life, are there things that I could be doing better, things that I could be doing differently, and even other aspects in my positive behaviors which are negative and need to be stopped? So he says the same way, after a tailor makes a garment, or a weaver makes a garment, he's memashmesh in the bag. He tests the fabric to make sure the fabric is good. So the garment is done, but even though the garment is done, is the fabric of good quality. So too, even after a person has established, I've done many good things, I have many mitzvos, I have to further delve into my mitzvos and ask myself, in my mitzvos themselves, my positive behavioral components, in my positive actional aspects of life, are there things that need to be tweaked? Are there things that need to be changed? Are there things that need to be stopped? So to again, klala davar, yihya adam me'ayin al ma'asav kulam u'mifakeach al derachav shol lahaniach li atzmo hergel ra u'midara kol shekin averu pesha. So therefore, says the Ramchal, this is really beautiful. The Gemara is telling us as follows. Although perhaps it would have been better for a person to have never been created, which is a dramatic statement, one that requires a shiur in and of itself, but not really our topic for tonight. Once I've been created, maximize existence. How do you maximize your existence? 2 levels. Yifashvesh b'ma'asav, actional inventory. Look at what I'm doing. Am I living correctly? Am I doing the right things? If I'm engaging in negative things, I have to stop it. But then there's also yimashmesh b'ma'asav, which means even in the positive components of my actional existence, are there things that need to be changed, refined, looked at, examined, amplified, stopped altogether? That's the yifashvesh, that's the yimashmesh b'ma'asav. The hineni roatz, and again, the hineni roatz sarach. I'm sorry, the Rachal said the klala davar, therefore the general rule is that a person has to think about his actions. Remember again, this is all part of the midah of zihirus. A person has to be contemplative. So now we have pre-actional analysis, post-actional analysis. Now, even in post-actional analysis, there's actional inventory. There's even positive actional inventory. Even in the good things that I'm doing, are there things that need to be changed or tweaked a little bit? And a person says Ramchal has to do this inventory every day. No different than the successful merchants who are careful to examine their material inventory every day to make sure that inventory is not getting ruined. So if the merchant is examining his inventory every day, then all the more so I have to examine my personalistic inventory as well, my behavioral inventory as well. The yikba itim v'sha'os laza, person should set aside time for this personalistic inspection, for this zihiros, for this inventory, for this awareness. Shelo yihiyeh mishkalo arai ela b'kvius gadol kirov hataladahu. And this is very important. Ramchal says that in order for this inventory, this actual inventory to work, a person has to do it every day, and a person should set time for it. Because like anything else you don't make time for, it doesn't usually get done. So here the Ramchal really has really begun to create for us this framework of what Zihirus means and ultimately how to accomplish it. We'll stop here for today. Look forward to Mesillas Yesharim to continue in our next year. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.